Hey there, my name is Lori Morrow. I am an athletic trainer who has treated women with shoulder pain for years. But when I had my own frozen shoulder issue, I didn't even recognize what it was. I want to share with you a little bit about my frozen shoulder journey in case you're going through it. And maybe you can learn some things that I learned and it will help you. So, first of all, frozen shoulder, also known as adhesive capsulitis, happens in perimenopausal women. It happens usually between 40 and 60 years old. I am 49, right in the middle. Some cultures actually call frozen shoulder the 50-year-old shoulder. I guess it was sometime in the summer that I started to complain about my shoulder. I guess one day I put my legs up on the wall like I do every night, and I tried to stretch my arm overhead or open up my chest, and I noticed my left arm didn't quite reach the ground like the right, but I still didn't think anything of it. I started to have some pain in the back of my shoulder. I started to modify my workouts. I would go lighter on shoulder press. I would do some shoulder stabilization, some of my own rehab exercises. And then it still wasn't getting better. So I was just focused on getting to vacation. We had this great hiking trip planned in Utah, and I thought, you know what? My shoulder will get a good break while on vacation. And if it doesn't get better on vacation, I better seek some alternative treatment because what I'm doing ain't working. So I get an MRI, and the MRI comes back like a typical 49-year-old shoulder. The doc says, hey, your shoulder looks great. Your labrum looks amazing. So feeling a little bit like, well, then what the heck is wrong with it? I reach out to my friend who's a PT. She looks at my shoulder. She looks at my MRI. She gives me a little bit of dry needling and encourages me to start some physical therapy. So I do the physical therapy. I think I did it 2 or 3 times a week. This was between Thanksgiving and Christmas. I'm doing all my home exercises. All the while, I'm noticing, my shoulder is not getting better. During this time, I am getting as educated as I can on frozen shoulder, listening to a ton of podcasts, reading up on it, learning that my subclinical thyroid that I've had most of my life might be part of why in this perimenopause transition, I got frozen shoulder. I end up getting pretty depressed. I can't even walk for 10 minutes at 3 miles an hour. Fortunately, my primary recognized how upset I was. I was able to see her the day I called, and she's like, Lori, go see your orthopedic. Go tell him you've had a change in condition. So I go back to the orthopedic, and I'm thinking I'm going to get a cortisone shot. I'm thinking maybe it's too late. I don't know. I'm in this frozen state. He looks at me and he's like, you need a manipulation under anesthesia. I'm so upset. But then once I kind of get over the fact that I'm going to have this procedure and I'm going to feel better, I cannot wait to get it done. Cannot wait. So basically, manipulation under anesthesia happens to, after listening to all those podcasts, I can't remember. Maybe it was 20% of people need to have a manipulation under anesthesia to get through frozen shoulder instead of taking 2 years to thaw. So here's what I looked like the day before the manipulation, how frozen my shoulder got. You can see I can still move it, but not very much. And it doesn't hurt, it just doesn't move. And then he puts me under and he gets that thing to move. And I'll set up another video where I tell you about my experience after the manipulation.